Every day I meet other fathers who are struggling to provide for their families, and they take on many different roles without ever having any time to spend on themselves. They're spending 40, 50, 60 hours a week trading their own time away at a soul-destroying job to take home a paycheck that just isn't enough. Sure, it will provide them enough money to pay for their bills or treat their family to a long weekend at the seaside a couple of times a year. Or maybe they might be able to buy that Christmas present that their kids desperately been asking for. But they finish the month back where they started, waiting for that pay to hit the bank account before their mortgage gets withdrawn. And honestly, it completely destroys me to see these guys rinsing themselves off and repeating the same mistakes for months, years, even decades. Now, I get it, and I've been there, right? There's this image that men need to be strong and silent, or else we're seen as weak. And if it's their problem, then they must deal with it themselves. But truthfully, they just don't have the time. Now, once a long hard day at work is done, they go home, they spend time with their family and help their kids with homework, or they help clean the house, and then once the bedtime routine is done, they're exhausted, and they just end up sitting on the sofa, waiting to do it all over again tomorrow. Everything I've done since day one has started from one realisation. The realisation that we all have a gift. We all have a value that other people need. And in the online age, the internet provides us the ability to provide any kind of service or sell any kind of product to absolutely any niche or market around the world, regardless of where you live. It's not only possible, but completely practical to take your favourite hobbies and turn them into income. I mean, take your love for animals straight away. I can name several different business models. You could set up a website selling other people's dog grooming products. You could begin to write blogs online, sharing your knowledge and answering thousands of questions asked by people daily. You could even start with your own brand and make your own dog collars with your logo on for profit on Amazon. Now, granted, none of those examples would really interest me, but the best thing about starting your own business is that you can take your own passions and interests and build from those. Many of my closest friends, for instance, they love sports, cars, fitness, and if you can figure out your gift and marry that with a clear vision, all of a sudden money stops being the deciding factor. But rounding this all back to the current times, I do understand there are a lot of people who are struggling. They don't know if their job will even be there for them in 3, 6, 12 months' time. And they really don't want to take a chance on some dream when it could cost them right now. Now, I started my journey in March 2019, and to be honest, I didn't have those worries. For me, I was told that I was to become a father for the first time, and something in that moment just woke me up to realise I couldn't keep living the same life for the next 40 years, missing out, and there truly was no time to change for me like the present. Now, the biggest mission for me now is to try and wake up other people the way I was. At only 27, I'm very lucky to have found my opportunities so early in life, and I'm able to now watch my kids grow up. I'm able to not miss out on their Christmas plays or picking them up from school, and I'm certainly going to be there for them whenever they need me. And I think that's what everyone deserves. Now, the reason for this interview is to let you know that I actually have some great news. Not only am I committing time daily to help as many people as possible to wake up, but along with some of my mentors, we've actually created some fantastic resources for anyone who is interested in taking themselves on and changing their life for the better. Now, we've got a workshop that I'm willing to send to anyone for free, no money. I'm willing to give this away for some people to gain more knowledge on some of the opportunities that I've been banging on about. And we're even hosting really relatable current webinars. I mean, just for context, the host of the webinar actually built his first business throughout the 2008 recession, and he has so much advice for how you can take advantage of all the positives and you can try and avoid as many negatives as well. Now, I'll be frank, I do see a lot of people who seem to think that if you create a business today with the golden ticket and the golden formula, then you'll be able to make thousands of pounds in a matter of weeks. I mean, I've seen the adverts on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you all have, and if you have that mindset of how can I make this work now? How can I get rich quick? Then I hate to say it, but there might not be a lot I can offer you. But if you have decided that enough is enough, and or even worse, if you've just been made redundant or you're facing those challenges right now, and then I really hope you've listened to what I've just been saying for the last 5 minutes. I hope you understand that there are thousands of ways that you could change everything now for the good. All you have to do is just take that first step. Please reach out to me on my website or check out the description for this interview, and I can actually send you those resources again for free. I'm telling you, once you've had your eyes open, you're going to see the world in a completely different way. So thank you. Honestly, it's been great talking to you, and I really appreciate your time today.